to the Ultraflex Football podcast, where we have fun with our friends while we talk about football and anything else we want to talk about. I'm your host, Anthony Sutton. With me, as always, is Rob Green.
Hey, hey.
And Ryan Wheeler.
Ho, ho.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Fantastic.
Excellent.
How are you?
Good. Like we talked about last time, we are sneaking in song titles to random albums. Last week, we had an album that we snuck in. I think it was 13 songs. Rob, what was the name of the album?
Jagged Little Pill.
By who?
Alanis Morissette.
There we go. We'll be sneaking another album into this episode, so see if you can figure out who it is. And we'll start this episode with my segment of a dad joke. No story this time, just straight to the joke.
Let's go.
What
All
did the
right.
Pink Panther say when it stepped on an ant? Dead ant.
Dead ant.
Dead ant.
Yeah. There you
Dead
go.
ant. Dead ant. Dead ant.
I was like
Two
trying
for-
to think of the beat. I knew it had to be something like that.
2-for-1 special. Pronouns are very popular in emails right now. Every signature you see a pronoun. What is chocolate's pronoun?
God.
I don't know. What is chocolate's
I don't know.
pronoun?
Hershey.
Her.
Oh
Hershey.
my dude, I was thinking Hershey too, but I didn't put that together.
That one was right there. Should have had it.
All right. 2-for-1 special this week.
Nice.
And we got Ryan adding in some laughing. Look at that. Like we're kind of getting legit, guys.
Feels like
Some
it a little
laugh track
bit.
in
I
the
gotta hit the right
background.
buttons though, and I'm notorious for taking too long at pushing the right buttons. And apparently, I have 2 laugh tracks. Did you notice those were different?
I did. Yeah.
Which one do you guys
the,
like
the
more?
first one sounded a little more excited.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second one's kind of evil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we'll stick with the second one.
In honor of Mike White balling out last week, we are going to be drafting the most famous / best Mike or Michaels that have ever lived, and we'll figure out who has the best roster at the end of it. I get to go first this time, so I have the first overall pick, and then Ryan is second, and Rob has the third pick, and then he'll have the fourth pick because we're going to snake back. I'm a UNC fan, which already gives away my pick, but I can really go only one direction with the first overall pick, and that is going to be the GOAT, the best basketball player ever, Michael Jordan.
I actually,
Yeah, that
for some
was an
reason,
easy first pick.
I thought you were gonna go with Mike Krzyzewski. Is that his name?
No, he's he's a Duke.
He's
coach.
I know he is, but I thought you were like gonna throw us off. Like I'm a UNC fan, so I'm gonna go with and then
Taking
go with,
him over Jordan, that would be interesting.
It would
Yeah. I wouldn't be allowed in my mother-in-law's house anymore. Ryan, who you got with the second overall pick?
be. I'm not sure that it's close. Michael Jordan and this guy are my 1A and 1B. I'm going Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I
feel
think
like you
those were definitely the two
Oh yeah.
big ones there. So I get left out here, but
Sorry.
the King of Pop goes with the second pick.
There's still a lot of good mics, though.
Dude, there's so many mics there's so many.
Yeah, I got one I'm for sure gonna take. We kind of talked about him last week. Ryan himself, Michael Scott.
Hey.
He's
oh my
one of the funniest TV characters ever, I'd say. So
I agree.
I will add the fake Mike, I guess you'd say, since it's not a real person. But who do I want with my second pick?
I think Michael Scott.
I was hoping one of those two would fall to me. I was hoping one of you guys were gonna have a curveball.
Yeah, I was hoping Michael Scott would fall to me next. I love his character. I know he's not a real person, but he's real in our hearts.
I'm gonna go with Michael Strahan,
Ooh.
Michael
Hall of
Strahan.
Fame football player. I think he's a good football analyst as well on Fox, and now a host on Good Morning America. So he's a well-rounded Michael.
I'll say he does everything. So we got Michael Jordan going first, Michael Jackson, Michael Scott third, and then Rob gets Michael Strahan with the snake pick. So Ryan, who do you have with your second pick?
I think I'm gonna go with the Olympic hero for the United States. I'm going Michael Phelps.
That's
I was
where I was going
considering
to go.
him there. Yeah,
You
that's a good
sniped
one.
me.
Sorry.
Michael Phelps taken off the board. Now I'm a little thrown off here.
You got two.
I'll go with one of the best boxers of all time and just all around crazy people with Mike Tyson.
Who's in The Hangover, right? He's got some acting skills
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know
with
if
his
that was
tiger.
Yeah, I don't know if that was much of acting. I don't know if this one counts. You guys tell me. I'm going to go with Mike and Ike's, my favorite candy.
That is a very
I think-
strange person to pick.
We never said it had to be a person. It was best
No.
Mike's. I think it
That's-
counts.
It totally counts. You can definitely have it. I think it puts you at the bottom of the list right away. So,
Mike and Ike's are an up there candy.
dude. Yeah, but you could have taken that with your last pick, and no one would.
Yeah, that could have been for sure a last pick.
Yeah.
So I pulled.
It was
the
not on
Raiders.
my list, I will say.
I pulled the Raiders and reached.
Yes, that's exactly what
Hey,
you
but
just
if it's
did.
one of your favorite candies, I guess you get your guy or your Mike in this case.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, who do you have for your third pick?
I'm gonna. Think I'm gonna go with Michael Bublé.
Oh, come
Michael
on.
Bublé.
Sniped.
Oh man,
I didn't think
promise you,
anyone
I'm
else
gonna
would even
skip
have him
both of
on there.
Oh yeah, he's big on my list. There's so many left though, guys.
I
There's
know.
so many. I'm looking at a list of like probably 10 guys right now, and man,
Depends what direction you want to go into. You want an actor, athlete,
right?
politics.
I mean, I got the performer. I got this. So I have the singer. I have the
Are
actor.
you a fan of his Christmas music?
Oh yes,
That's why I had him on my list. Just with Christmas time coming
Absolutely.
up,
Michael
All right.
Bublé.
he's got some
Rob.
good Christmas songs.
Rob gets the snake here, so he's ending his draft. Who's he going to go with?
The last two picks. I could double up on Michael Myers here.
Get the double Michael Myers.
The real and the imaginary.
Is that
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go with Mike Krzyzewski, go with Coach K. 5 national titles, 42 years coaching at the same school, 13 Final Fours. It's quite impressive. Tough to top.
Unfortunately, one of the best of all time.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, UNC fans out there. And for my last pick, I will take Mike Myers of Shrek and Austin Powers, the actor.
Okay.
The real Mike Myers.
That's a good choice.
Rounding out your team, Ryan.
Makes me ill. I wanted Mike Myers. All right. I'm gonna do something different here. I'm gonna go Michael Bay, the director of Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, the Transformer series. I think he did like Freddy Krueger movies, Friday the 13th. I think he did a bunch of those too.
A lot of classics right there, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I name my last pick, just some people that I have in front of me that we did not name: Michael J. Fox, Michael B. Jordan, Michael Shoemaker,
Michael Bolton.
Michael Irving, Michael
Mike
Vick.
Trout.
That's my pick.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry for
No.
the spoiler. Oh, Michael Kelso, that 70s show. I had him on my list.
Michael
to round
Keaton
out
and
my
Michael
team-
Douglas.
To round out my
Mike Herman
team
Trout.
is potentially on pace to be one of the best baseball players of all time, statistically. He's definitely the best baseball player of our generation, and it's Mike Trout. So, to recap, I have Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Mike and Ikes, and Mike Trout. Ryan has Michael Jackson, Michael Phelps, Michael Bublé, and Michael Bay. And Rob has Michael Scott, Michael Strahan, Coach K, and Mike Myers. So we will see. I don't think we posted it last week on Twitter, but we can post it this week and see who has the best
Yeah, we'll
roster.
post this week's.
Yeah, we will. I can't wait to win, guys. All right.
All right, now it's time to do the football portion of the Ultraflex Football podcast.
I'm just trying out the new audios, man.
See, I didn't even know if you had an audio, but I knew you were so giddy to just play it, so I paused for like a half a second to
Dude.
see if you were going to play it.
All right, listeners, I've got the digital get down today. I am going to be all over this.
When I think of football, the first thing I want to talk about, because we briefly discussed it in our group chat, was the end of the Titans-Bengals game. And most specifically, if that penalty that decided the game should have been called. And we had differing opinions on it.
Yeah, we did.
So,
Well, there's only one right answer, and
Yeah.
one of us is wrong. But
so if anyone didn't watch the game, there was a field goal with about a minute 30 left or so, and they called a personal foul for making contact with the snapper, which I understand is a penalty for safety reasons, which I'm assuming is both of yours main argument.
no strings attached, objectively looking at this, not as a Titans fan, that has to be called. It's the same as if it's a personal foul penalty. If it was a punter punting to give the other team the ball at the end of the game, and you run into the kicker, and it's a 15-yard penalty, it's a first down.
Yeah, and it's
If
not
you-
even like with this one, the guy's acting like you see sometimes with punters.
Right.
Like the center's got his head down. You can't hit the
Right.
dude with his head down. It's
If
a
a team
rule.
goes for
It's
it
in the
on
book.
a team goes for it on fourth down, and a defensive lineman comes up and hits a quarterback over the head and knocks him on the ground, that's got to be a roughing the passer. It's like there's penalties that have to be called. It's for the safety of the players. You have to throw those flags.
And this one, it's so much more cut and dry than these
It
other
is.
ones you're describing too. Like it's just he went over top of the center. You can't do
Right.
that on a
Can't do
snap
it,
when the
knock him
center's
back.
head is down.
Right.
So my only thing is with roughing the punter or hitting the quarterback in the face, like usually that's going to have more of an impact on the play. Whereas this literally
Roughing the punter doesn't have any impact on the play. The punter's not going to do anything after he punts it.
but if the punter feels like he's about to get hit, it's going to impact the punt.
He's
Okay.
rushing it, maybe. Yeah.
This, and like as a ref, you can see within literally because it was a short field goal, 1 to 2 seconds if the field goal was impacted at all. So I guess my only argument is that they just played pretty much the entire game, and it's going to be a one-score game, and that had zero impact on the play at all. So as a fan and even as a player, I would want to settle it on the next series to see if they're going to score versus having something that had zero impact on the play and the entire game.
And that's on the player for making the mistake
Yeah.
for lining
Dude.
up that way.
100%.
I know it sucks as fans that we didn't get to see, the next drive to try to retake the lead, but
Yeah. I mean, you have to. You
You don't think the ref has any time a ref should know the circumstances of the game and adjust how they call based on the circumstances of the game?
not one like that where it's like a player safety issue.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing is these are penalties for a reason, for the safety of the players. if you don't call it, then then the next time someone's out there to be like, okay, I'm just gonna jump over the center because they don't call the penalty.
Exactly.
Like you can't not call it. It has to.
I don't want that call to turn into a judgment call like you get with the ticky-tack pass interference penalties. Like,
Right.
sure, I don't want to see that decide a game.
The problem is it's so cut and dry.
Yeah.
It's a
I guess I have to go back and watch it again because I watched the replay twice, and to me, it didn't even look bad. It looked like every other play.
except the center got knocked back on his butt and can't.
It's okay. That's rushing. That happens every single time.
Penalty, though.
He lined up over the center too, did he not? Like
Usually
you're not allowed to line up over the center at all. Like you have to stay to the side.
Maybe he didn't know he was over the center.
Which, like, as you guys are saying, the player just can't do. But I don't want to spend too much time on this. But I guess I don't want to. It's disappointing when a game ends like that. But I don't want to keep going back.
I agree with you, but I don't think that the call should be different just because it's disappointing.
Yeah, I'm a Titans fan, and I was like, well, I mean, you got to throw the flag, so that's the game. It is what it is.
I guess maybe I disagree with the penalty because I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, so you think that it shouldn't be a penalty to do that then, basically.
And I think there is some circumstances where a ref should understand the game. Like in the NBA, if LeBron James or anyone has 5 fouls, it's almost impossible for them to get their 6th foul because they want them to be there at the end of the game. To me, it's kind of the same situation here. Like the game shouldn't be ending on that call, but I don't want to keep going back and forth. So
You're just bringing the noise, man. You're bringing the noise. It doesn't make any sense to me, but
QBs that started last week. I think that's a topic that should be brought up because if this is the list of QBs that started, and if I would have said this at the beginning of the year, it would have been crazy. Mike White, Sam Darnold, Kyle Allen, Taylor Heineke, Bryce Perkins, and Trevor Siemian.
that's solid.
Yeah.
So so what happened with the Simeon thing? I thought Nathan Peterman was supposed to play.
Yeah, that's what they were saying like an hour before, and then all of a sudden it was nope, Simeon's good. They said he got hurt in warm-ups. Not bad.
He
enough,
healed
I guess.
really fast.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much money? You could say don't gamble and all that stuff, but how much money is gambled and spent on that segment of the sport? The fact that they can tweet out 30 minutes or an hour before the game that he's not playing and Nathan Peterman's going to start, in the grand scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter because they both stink. But people, I think, probably think higher of Trevor Siemian than Nathan Peterman.
I think a lot of people probably bet, money on something happening in that game that they wouldn't have otherwise, like maybe a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
for the Jets, expecting Peterman to throw a pick 6.
My brother was at my house, and I mean, this says something about his fantasy team, but he was going to play Trevor Siemian.
Oof.
And then he took him out, added Peterman real quick, and then he got stuck with Peterman in his lineup.
So, did you guys see any tweets from anyone saying that Peterman wasn't going to start after they originally said he was going to?
No.
I didn't either, but I thought after the fact I saw someone say, they did say like 10 minutes beforehand that Simeon was going to play, but I don't remember ever seeing that.
That's tough because I don't just sit there right before the games. I usually go in and out of the games. Like, okay, I'm waiting, look at my phone, like who's in, who's out. Like, I got stuff to do, man.
I guess if you're like in Vegas and you have a couple of G's on the line, you're probably paying attention to that stuff, but everyday people probably don't.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I have for football, see if you guys have anything else. I was just looking at the NFC playoff picture, and to me, it's very top 4 heavy. But so that these bottom 4 teams, like if you were a fan or if you were one of the teams, who would you be most afraid of? So it's the Bucks, the Giants, Washington, and Seattle.
So you're saying if you're one of the top 4 teams, which of those bottom 4 are you afraid of?
Yeah, so I guess if you're Philly, if you're the number 1 seed, which one of those would you not want to play?
I don't think I'm afraid of any of those. If I'm
probably
Philly.
Washington, just because I think they have a good defense, but
and they already beat them, right?
Or the Buccaneers because of Tom Brady still. I mean, it is still Tom Brady. So I'd say one of those 2 for me.
I don't think it's the Giants. I think that you'd want to play the Giants 100%.
At this point, I think they are the team you want to play, where they got up to that hot start with the new coach, and they're kind of falling back down to earth here.
Yeah.
They don't. So right now the Giants are the 5th seed, 7-4. Washington's 6th seed, 7-5. Seattle's 7th seed, 6-5. And right now Tampa's not even in the playoffs, but they're 5-6, so they're right out. But it's funny that just how like having Tom Brady. Because I agree with Rob. I think I don't want to play Tom Brady in the playoffs.
But they look bad.
They
now.
do.
They do.
Like, I'm not saying like the Eagles should be scared, but out of those 4 teams, like the bottom 4 teams in the NFC are so bad. When you compare that to the AFC, it's like Baltimore, which has Lamar Jackson, Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl last year. The Jets seem like they're doing pretty well, and then you have the Chargers who have Justin Herbert. So it's just again crazy how different the 2 leagues are right now.
Oh yeah, and back to your point, Ryan, with the Giants, it says a lot because they're playing the Commanders this week. They're home, but they're home dogs.
Yeah.
2.5 point underdogs. So
Isn't every what is it, the NFC East? Is that right?
Yes.
Every NFC East team would make the playoffs right now if it were to end.
That's correct.
That's crazy.
They'd be the 1 and then the 5, 6, and 7 seeds.
Who would have guessed that? That is so bizarre.
Every East team is above 500, NFC and AFC.
That's kind of cool.
You guys have anything for football before we do our confidence level 10?
I wish Beast from the East was the song title, so we could have thrown that in there, but
Yeah, right.
it would have worked nicely.
Speaking of football, who do you guys think is going to win the World Cup?
Oh, football.
Football, yeah.
I think I've gotten pretty into the last 2 games for the USA. Saturday at 10 o'clock, we play the Netherlands. I'm not going to pretend to know I know much about the Netherlands, but the U.S. team is the 2nd youngest team in the league or in the World Cup, and they're fun to watch.
Yeah, I know just about nothing about football or soccer, whatever you want to call it, but it is fun to watch the World Cup games, and I heard we match up well with the Netherlands, so I'm going to side with USA. Let's go. Let's win it all.
I promise you, I'll at least be drinking some mimosas and watching the game. So.
Nice.
I don't know anything about soccer, so I'm just going to stay out of it.
Why? Does it make you ill to watch?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So that does it for most of the football. Confidence level 10 picks this week. We're all doing unders on the games. So I'm going to do under 41 on Seattle and the Rams. The Rams offense is just terrible right now. It makes me ill, actually. And Seattle probably gets out to a decent lead and then kind of just runs the ball with Kenneth Walker. So I'm going to go with the under with Seattle.
I'm going to go with the under 38.5 in the Broncos Ravens. I think both teams are struggling. Clearly the Broncos are struggling big time. The Ravens just lost to the Jaguars. And the Broncos still have a pretty good defense despite not being able to score. So it just feels like a 17-9 type game.
100%. My pick is the under for the Titans at Eagles, 44.5. Oh man, the Titans run defense is really good. The Titans offense is not very good. To me, that makes a good recipe for a team playing against a really good run offense in the Eagles for just a low scoring game. I also think the Titans will cover that. I think they're like -5, 5.5, something like that.
5.5 right now.
I'm sorry, +5.5.
Yep.
So
+5.5.
I think they'll also cover that, but I'm definitely taking the under for that game.
Awesome. So we got Seattle Rams under 41, Titans Eagles under 44.5, and Broncos Ravens under 38.5. And now it's time for Ryan's segment.
All right. Did you know that blacking out from alcohol use doesn't cause you to lose memories, but rather your brain temporarily loses the ability to even create new memories during the blackout. So the person who blacked out, the memories of what they did literally don't exist. It's not that they're forgetting them. They are not there.
Your brain's not copying those down.
Right. It's called temporary anterograde amnesia.
It's going to be me on Saturday watching the U.S. game.
And if I'm not the one to bring you this knowledge, who would?
Ryan, again, dropping knowledge. I like it a lot. Heading to our new segment. It's 2 weeks deep now. Ultraflex DFS Head Start, where we give you bargain deals on FanDuel to start your roster. And it's your job to pick it up from there.
I have an intro for this. I just got to remember which button it is. Hold on.
Oh, see, I said this was going to happen.
I know. But this is my first time, guys. This is my first time. I'm going to try this button. I don't have them labeled. Let's see what happens here. All right, that wasn't bad. Nice. I don't know if that was the button I meant to push, but it was
a fun little soundbite.
Yeah.
You're bringing the noise today, baby. Let's go. All right, so we've got the Ultraflex DFS Head Start. Ryan, who do you got?
Holy crap. I wasn't expecting to go first. DFS last week, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry. I let everybody down, including myself. I said we should start Curtis Samuel. And then he went out and had 4 carries for 13 yards, no targets. And
I was saying, how many targets did he get?
None. He played like 60% of the offensive snaps, had no targets, 4 carries for 13 yards. So yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. This week, we're turning it around. We're going with Dameon Pierce. FanDuel, running back 23. He costs 6,500. Cleveland ranks 30th against RBs. They're 23rd in rushing yards allowed and 30th in points allowed per game. Pierce has to be more involved in this game if they want a chance to win, and this is the NFL. So I know fans talk about like teams tanking and all that stuff, but we have to remember these players don't want to tank because they have to showcase themselves for future teams.
Yeah,
like
the players are playing for jobs.
Yeah, the coaches don't want to tank because they're not going to be around anymore if you lose. So This is a team that doesn't want to lose. So if you want to win, Dameon Pierce needs to carry this offense.
He could be very low ownership coming up just because he's had, 3 and 4 points in the last couple weeks. So people are going to be hesitant to play him. So it could be a good opportunity to jump on that with the low salary.
He was cheaper than like JaMychal Hasty.
Yeah, he's dropping down in money here.
The Pierce situation, like you said, I think that's why Bills fans are so crazy, because when they were in the drought, that's when I'll stop loving you as a fan and as a player, when you're going out there and not trying no matter the situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you put out, I mean, I don't know, man. The way the Texans have played the past couple of weeks, they look uninspired. So
they're like 1-9-1 or something is their record. It's pretty bad.
For CJ, they taking Stroud or Bryce Young?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either
doesn't matter. They're gonna need a lot more than that.
Yeah, they're
trade back.
They need a lot of pieces, so it might not even be best for them to go quarterback this year.
Rob, who you got?
So when I did this earlier, writing all my stuff down, still wasn't sure if Jalen Warren was going to be back. It's kind of been announced that he will be, so I kind of want to pivot. But I had Benny Snell, running back for the Steelers, versus Atlanta as my play of the week, all the way down at $4,700. So because Warren is supposedly healthy and back from his hamstring injury, and he was already playing when Najee Harris was healthy. Najee Harris got banged up, left week 12 early with the abdomen injury. Sounds like he avoided serious injury, but seems like people would be surprised if he plays this week. So if he sits one out, I think it's a good opportunity for now Jalen Warren, with him being back, to put up some good numbers against the Falcons, who allow the 8th most fantasy points per game to opposing running backs. It's a $300 pivot to $5,000 for Warren, so still keeps us under our $18,000 budget.
Ryan, how much was yours?
6,500.
All right. So I'm going to go with, last week I went with Latavius Murray, who had a decent game. I guess if you were just like a fan of the Broncos, he had 90 some yards and a catch for a first down, and I think like 12 receiving yards. But the sad thing is for fantasy, that's only like 10 points. So middle of the road. I'll be good for you guys this week. I'm going to go with Chase Claypool. He is part of the Bears offense, and someone just needs to catch the ball. So he's a new addition. I'm hoping Justin Fields plays because that makes this even juicier because he's at 5,500. So for the 3 players, it's a total of $17,000, which is lower than our goal of 18,000, obviously. But like I said, someone needs to catch the ball in that offense. The Packers have the middle of the road pass defense, and I expect Chase Claypool to be that guy. Either that or it's like Byron Pringle.
Bears or Steelers, I'll never stop loving me some Claypool. That is my boy right there.
I mean, it's hard to have.
Yeah, we know you love him.
Yeah.
And Komet and Laviska Shenault. You got some good names on your list.
I do. And hey, stop it. I felt like that was an attack. I feel attacked.
All right, so those are our 3 picks. Like I said, throw them in, fill out the roster with the rest of your money. You got some money to splurge on a quarterback, and
you get $1,000 extra versus last week that we gave you.
Yeah, you can probably sneak in.
A stud.
You can probably sneak in a couple of cheap defense or so. So go splurge on some other skill position players.
Like you just got paid.
Yeah.
There you go. And we'll switch it over to Rob's segment.
Oop. I'm good at those
Trivia time.
I got our segments down. And once I get all these other segments down, we're gonna be cooking with fire, boys.
Get down. Digital, get down.
Get them out.
I'm ready.
You got the sounds ready for correct versus incorrect, Ryan?
Oh, good call. No, I didn't, but I am. I'm good now.
Okay. So, Anthony, what's the rundown? You're up 3 now?
No, I'm up 2. We both got 1 correct last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's
Ryan did get the second one. You're right. Okay. So, question 1. How many taste buds does the average human have?
Am I included as an average person?
Dude, your tongue is...
You count into the average, but yeah, you might be different.
I don't even know to guess, to be honest.
I don't know if it's like 1 billion or if it's like 1,000, but I feel like there's
350.
Wait, total?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't. I have no idea. Okay, I was thinking millions. So that's not good.
When I when I saw this one, I really had no idea. So I got a pretty good size range here for you.
Oh, good.
Here's your choices: A, 1,500; B, 10,000; C, 25,000; or D, 100,000.
So 350's off.
It was 1 million.
I can tell you it's pretty close to how many cats have, because I have a few written down for fun.
No, that helps me. So
I know exactly how many taste buds cats have.
All right, my answer's down.
Hold on. How advanced are humans? We'll go with that.
The 350. I just want to clarify. The 350, you guys, is close to what cats are, not humans to cats necessarily.
Oh,
I wasn't trying to give you any hints there.
Oh, okay. All right. I got my answer.
C.
B.
25,000.
All right. The answer is B. 10,000.
Ta-da! That was I'm gonna be a space cowboy. I'm riding so high right now, baby.
Save a horse.
What's a space cowboy, Ryan?
I don't know. Sounded
So
good.
can you guys guess which animal has the most taste buds? This shocked me. I would have never guessed this.
I think butterflies taste with their
So
feet or
random.
something like that, right? So I'm gonna go butterflies.
Wouldn't you think that'd be the least amount?
Yeah, probably. But
Iguana.
no idea.
It is the catfish.
What?
And they have
Never got
about 175,000 taste buds.
Who counts the taste buds? That's what I want.
Yeah, I am curious how they do this. Like, how do they know how many of these things have? How about the least? Who do you think has who? What animal do you think has the least?
The butterfly.
A dog.
Chickens.
Chickens.
25. Dogs are right around 1,700, and cats were 470, like I said.
Give me, yeah. You guys stall for me for a second. I'm gonna find out something.
All right.
So
Do.
You're supposed to stall. When I say you have to stall for me, you're supposed to like have conversation, not play Jeopardy music.
I assumed you were gonna just like cut that section out. So
No, we're not cutting this. This is live.
I didn't know what was happening, man.
So I wanted to ask my wife how many taste buds sharks have because I thought she knew, but she said 0. So I don't think she knows.
I mean, that could be possible. That the information didn't seem super clear on what I saw, but it did say the chickens had the least. So that could be. Well, chickens aren't mammals. I was gonna say maybe it's mammals, but that would
No. I guess that means that sharks probably have more than none.
Can we get like a quick
thought you
Siri
knew, guys.
or
Rebecca's
Google?
letting us down.
What do you guys got on your Apple phones? Just ask it.
Siri? Siri? So we have to work on that apparently. When one of us is trying to buy time, you just keep the conversation going.
So hang on. You might have been poo-pooing on your wife too soon because I said, how many taste buds does a shark have in the Google search here? And it says no taste buds.
What? They have none?
Sharks have tongues.
He was right? Oh, I just got a look.
And they're not flexible and they have no taste buds.
Wow.
All right,
They're
we
not
need to do
flexible?
some further research on the taste buds category
Wait.
here,
What
but
isn't
it doesn't change
flexible?
the human amount.
What isn't flexible? Did you say they're not flexible?
Yeah, the tongue is short and stout, small, not flexible, and have no taste buds.
But think about how many different types of sharks there are. This has to be different based on the shark.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting way in the weeds here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're losing it. All right,
Ooh.
let's bring it back in. Ryan, you're one down now. Is that correct?
One down, baby. Let's go. Space
You got
Cowboy.
your chance to catch up.
Yep.
I think you're a pretty big coffee fan, right?
I love coffee. So is Tony. Now.
Yeah, Anthony's starting to get into it a little bit,
Yeah.
but you might have the upper hand here. Question 2. Which country produces the most coffee?
Colombia. Yo, if that's not it, is that even a country? Hold on a second. I didn't make myself sound stupid.
You sounded so confident, and now you just lost it.
I did. It's gone.
I'll say
Any confidence you had is just gone.
I don't know. Brazil.
All right, here's your choices. A, Brazil.
Oh, God.
Oh,
B, Colombia.
No.
Do you want the other 2 choices?
No.
C, Guatemala, or
Ooh.
D, Vietnam.
ooh.
Oh, Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam sounds like the right answer.
That does sound like the right answer. Why does that sound like the right answer, though? I think Rob put Colombia because to throw me and everyone else off when they
Your
go,
confidence, you don't believe in yourself anymore.
dude.
I mean, I'm going A, but I don't think it's right. I think it's Vietnam.
I agree. I'm gonna go B because I said Colombia. I have to
So-
stick with my guns.
So it's funny that you guys both had the same reaction to Vietnam, because when I asked Sam that, she had the same reaction. She's like, because she started out saying Colombia without getting any
Hey.
choices. Then she goes, oh, wait, Vietnam. That sounds right. Neither of them are right.
No.
The answer is Brazil. Good job,
No.
Anthony.
Back to two
So
question lead.
No.
Brazil produces almost 40% of the world's coffee supply, believe it or not. Apparently they have like perfect conditions for coffee growing in Brazil. And Colombia is a country, Ryan, and it is the number 3 in producing coffee. Number 2 was Vietnam.
Oh man.
Guatemala
All right.
was 6 or 7. I just threw them in there because I thought maybe I could get one of you guys to pick it, but
Space Cowboy came back to Earth.
I guess so.
All right, time to do some rapid fire game picks.
Wait.
Lady, go!
All right, let's go.
You're just obsessed with it. Last week, I led the way with 8 correct picks. Rob had 7, and Ryan had 5. So for the season, Rob has 100 corrects. I have 87 corrects, and Ryan has 84 correct. So right now, Ryan is doing the punishment. But let's start week 13.
That's a big time letdown because I had a huge week the week
Yeah,
before.
Ryan, you got right back into it, tied up Anthony, and now you're back 3 down.
And then
But
I poo-pooed again.
I did say you trying to pick opposite on me every time. Might
Dude,
not have
I
been your
wasn't-
best strategy.
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't.
I only got 2 more right than you last week anyway. So
It's rapid fire. It just comes out. I don't. All right, I want to go.
so you get to pick the order this
I
time.
was going to say, what's the order?
I want Tony to go first. I don't want him to have any help, so I'm going to go Tony, Rob, Ryan.
All right, let's
All
go.
right. Everybody ready to go?
Ready, Freddie?
Thursday night football
Jump Hills.
at New England, plus 3.5.
I got Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo.
Oh, am I
Oh
going
my
last?
gosh, I went out of order.
You just set the order like 3 seconds ago.
Look
You
at my
messed it
memory
up
is,
already.
That's how good it is.
Buffalo for me. Did you say Buffalo, Ryan? I didn't
I
even hear
did.
you.
I
Okay.
did. I'm ashamed.
All right. Sunday games. A lot of close lines this week. Started off with Jets at Vikings, -3.
Minnesota.
Yep, Vikings.
Vikings.
Washington at the New York Giants, plus 2.5.
The Fighting Heinekes.
Yeah, I'm on the Commanders, please.
Commanders.
Broncos at Ravens, -8.5.
Baltimore.
I'll take the Broncos.
Broncos.
Titans at Eagles, -5.5.
Philly to cover.
Tennessee
Titans.
with the points. Here we go. Deshaun Watson's debut. Cleveland at Houston, +7.
I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, but my head says Cleveland, but I hope Houston poo-poos all over Deshaun Watson, so I'm going to pick
I
Houston.
know, me too. But I'm
with you.
taking the Browns though.
I'm going to take Houston.
Jacksonville at Detroit, -1.
My Jags have never let me down. Not one time, baby.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Pittsburgh at Atlanta, -1.
Pittsburgh.
Steelers for me.
Pittsburgh.
Green Bay at the Bears, or the Bears, +4.5.
Green Bay.
The Bears.
Green Bay.
Dolphins at San Francisco 49ers, -4.
Miami.
Yep, I will take Miami.
Miami.
Seahawks at the Rams, +7.5. I'll
Seahawks.
take Seattle.
Seattle.
Maybe the matchup of the week, Kansas City at Cincinnati, +1.5.
Cincinnati.
I'll go Chiefs.
Chiefs for me.
Chargers at Raiders plus 1.5.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Let's go Raiders.
The Chargers definitely aren't going to bite me in the butt 2 weeks in a row. It's not going to happen. Indy at Dallas minus 11.
That's a lot of points. Indy.
It is, but I'm taking them. Give me the Cowboys.
Space Cowboy. Cowboys.
And Monday Night Football. Saints at the Bucks minus 4.
New Orleans.
Tampa.
New Orleans.
All right. As week 13, our dog of the week last week lost, unfortunately. So back to 4-4 for the season. But again, doesn't matter. The only thing that matters.
That's funny. The only thing that matters, as
Nothing matters.
Gonna say. That was funny, dude. Want to try that again, Tony?
Rewind 15
What's up
seconds.
with the internet down here? All right, that is week
Call 'em out.
13.
Who's your internet provider? Come on.
AT&T.
They got to
Terrible.
get it together.
They
Get
do.
it
Man,
together.
AT&T.
In North
All right.
Carolina.
That
So the
was
only thing
week-
that matters is the dogs, I think, is what he was going to say.
Yeah, the only thing that matters is the pictures of the dogs.
Keep sending them.
Keep sending them. There's no strings attached. We just post them on there. Everyone's happy to see a cute dog. This week, we are all on the Dolphins to cover plus 3.5.
Or plus
Ryan-
4, depending on the book.
Or plus 4. Ryan talked me into it based off the 49ers competition. Plus, he doesn't think their defense is very good because they haven't played anyone. So,
Whoa. Whoa.
Is that how it
What?
was worded? I don't know.
No, I very specifically recall saying in the group chat that we had, I remember I said, I'm not saying the 49ers have a bad defense. Did I not say that? I swear I
I'm
said
not saying. I'm just saying. Right? I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying, but what I said was the teams that the 49ers have beat are the early season Seahawks,
Yep.
the Rams twice, the Panthers, the Chargers, the Colt McCoy and Trace McSorley led Cardinals, Andy Dalton's Saints, and then that's it.
The one time they played a good offense, pretty much they gave up like 40 points, right?
They gave up
Over
28 points to the Falcons. They gave up
Yeah.
40-something points to the Chiefs. They lost to the Broncos. No one loses to the Broncos this year. All I said was that, and then I said, I'm not saying the 49ers don't have a good defense.
that's the same thing I just said.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said-
And,
Sure you
and at
did.
the end of the day, as a Bills-based podcast, kind of, we're all Bills fans. Ryan's a Titans fan too. It helped, again, win-win for you. If the Dolphins do lose and our
Yes.
dog of the week pick doesn't hit, well, at least it was good for our teams, right?
Yeah. This is the Ultraflex Bills football podcast.
Send pictures to any of us at Ultraflex Sutton, Ultraflex Rob, at Ultraflex Ryan, or at Ultraflex FP on Twitter. And then we're going to go to the listener question of the week. So, Ryan, what do you got?
Well, you see what we got here, boys, is that Ryan forgot to load the listener question music. So here we go. I've dropped the ball today. I've been so good for like a month straight now, and I've had a rough night, guys.
Well, you added a few sounds.
I did.
So it's different.
That's right.
You get a pass.
All right,
For
thank
1
you.
week.
I have 1 week. I'll be better next week, everybody. I promise. All right. So, and what's funny is for the listener question of the week, which one are we doing? Like we discussed it before the podcast, but we didn't really decide which ones. I think.
You said you
One
were going to
thing-
pick.
Yeah. So one thing I want to bring up is like Christmas gift ideas, and I was asked this if we could just discuss like Christmas gift ideas, and And I just want to say, like, the way that I approach Christmas with my wife as well as my daughter is we do uh, something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read. So basically,
Okay.
it's a want, a need, a book or something like that, and then clothing, a jacket, whatever it may be. Um, and that's how we approach it. So we only really give like 4 gifts to each other, and then like we stuff the stocking and stuff like that. But it's our way of not just buying whatever we want for our kid and spoiling her, because it's so easy to do that for the rest of the year. That come Christmas time, if you just keep spoiling, it's the presents and the toys they start piling up.
Yeah, I like to spoil.
I was gonna say I don't want to give an
I
answer.
won't lie. I don't have that restraint. I like to give gifts. I think a good way to do it, though, just for anybody, would be to get them a gift that they might not necessarily buy for themselves. I think is a good way to do it. Just something that, whether it's for your mom or your dad, a friend, whatever, just something that they probably wouldn't ever want to buy for themselves, so they otherwise wouldn't have it.
Right. Yeah, I like that.
You don't want me to answer, so
I kind of do.
Megan, my wife, does everything when it comes to Christmas gifts. The only person I buy gifts for is Megan. Even my own family, she buys their gifts for me. We talk about it, but then she does it. She has the Amazon account. And then my family.
You don't have to log in.
I don't have a login. And my family and her family are both kind of lame when it comes to like just asking, "What do you want for Christmas?" And then we just buy that. So, like I said, my answer is not nearly as good as your guys' answer.
I think from now on, when I do Christmases with my family, I'm really not into like the material stuff. So like, I really want to do Secret Santa every year. Like that's going to be. I think I'm going to request that moving forward, so that I only have to buy one gift. Because otherwise, we have 20 people like together, and we got to buy something for everybody. And when you add it all up, it's like, oh my god,
We do that.
It's unnecessary.
We do that for Megan's one side. We buy like a $75 gift or whatever. Everyone has to bring one gift, and then Secret Santa. You just work your way around, and whatever you get, you get.
Yeah, and if you were to like, you think about how much money you're going to spend on all of your family, and you put it into one gift for one person, not even all of it, but so you still save a little bit of money. But let's say you spend like $100 on $70 on a gift. That's a good gift. Like you can actually pay up for something that they actually want instead of a bunch of little things that people are just like, oh look, candy bars, and then
it also helps when it's things are kind of tough right now with the economy, right? Compared to what they were a few years back. So wherever you could save some money, it helps too. So it's a good idea.
They also do it where one person each year is responsible to bring like the best gift. And that's everyone else spends $75 and they spend $250. So everyone's trying to get the $250 gift, and that alternates every year, which is kind of cool.
What do they call it? I seen like an episode in The Office with that. I can't remember what it was called though. Where you like pass around the gifts, and then everybody wants the one gift.
I feel like, isn't it something with an elephant or something?
An elephant in the room?
I feel like that's in there.
The white elephant?
Yeah, isn't it like white elephant? That sounds right.
That sounds like an alcohol to me. I don't know.
No, because we have a white elephant gift exchange, but I think that's just like the same thing as like I don't know if that has to do with like one big prize. Maybe it does. I mean, I guess it makes sense. A white elephant. Sure. The white elephant is the big boy or girl in the room.
Or it's just the rare one, right?
All right. That's probably a good time to end that before I say something that'll get me in trouble. So again, get us on Twitter at UltraflexFP, at UltraflexRob, UltraflexRyan, UltraflexSutton, which is my last name, which I'm assuming most people probably know that, but we
Anthony
are signing on.
We tried to create Ultraflex Anthony, and it was like one letter too long, so I had to go with your last name.
Could have went with Tony, but Bills
Could've.
have primetime game this week. Makes it for an easy Sunday if they win. Probably won't watch too much football on Sunday if they lose. So go Bills. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you soon.
Go Bills.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
I was going to try to do a 3-2-1.
Oh, you want a 3-2-1 it? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Bye, bye,
Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, my Atlanta.
That was terrible.
What's up, Ultraflexers? Thank you for listening to our show. We appreciate all of you for your support. If you would like to support us even more, we have a website, ultraflexfootball.com. Or if you would like to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, that would be great. We would also really appreciate it if you would rate our show. Unless, of course, if you don't like it, then maybe make a donation on our website so that we can make the show even better just for you. You can also leave us a voicemail on our website if there's something you'd like to share, and then maybe we'll play it on the podcast. Once again, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to talking random stuff again next week. Oh yeah, and some football.